So today I just wanted to come on to just chat. Of course, whether you want to listen or not, it's totally up to you. But I just wanted to kind of like right now I'm just cleaning the kitchen, so I'm doing that as well at the same time. Um, I just wanted to chat about a couple things going on. Of course, astrology related a little bit, spiritually related, but also just first like a little bit about me, a little bit too, how it kind of relates to, I guess, what's going on today. Um, with I think it's an important time to like understand yourself and accept all like the weird aspects of yourself during these times, especially with Chiron and Aries, which Aries deals with your identity and deals with yourself. And when you accept the weird parts of yourself, like for example, what I mean by that is like the awkward Chiron Aries reminds me of the awkward stage of what you consider awkward for like hair growth. So like hair length, everyone has like an awkward stage of their hair, where there's a certain length that you consider awkward. Okay, and I think that is the time to accept that about yourself. Last time Chiron was in Aries was in the 1970s, late 1960s, early 1970s. And think about it, like during those times, that was a time when fashion was if you look at the fashion for the late 60s and early 70s, I know a bunch of people will consider it like, ugh, why? Oh, I couldn't imagine myself wearing that. Oh, I couldn't imagine my hairstyle like that. Oh, I couldn't physically see myself like that at that time. Well, at that time, Chiron was in Aries, and people were accepting the weird aspects of themselves. That's when, like, the hippie lifestyle was very apparent at that time because people were accepting who they were, regardless of how weird they may look to others or how natural their lifestyle was at that time. Even like the car models looked weird at that time. Because don't nobody talk about late 60s and early 70s car model brands or whatever. I'm not a car person, but I'm just using that as an example. But we're living in that time now where I think it's hard for people to accept the weird aspects of themselves, accept the insecurities that they have about themselves. Like, for example, just talking to yourself. I feel like a lot of people talk to themselves, but they feel insecure if they get caught talking to themselves. Like someone else catches them talking to themselves and they act so weird. They're like, oh my gosh, I hope they didn't hear me. Oh my gosh, I hope they didn't hear me talking to myself. Like, don't worry about like why work? Like, we know it's okay. I talk to myself too. If my sister, because right now I live with my sister right now, and I admit like there's times where, and that's the one of the challenges that I'm trying to face is if I get caught talking to myself, it's okay. I felt that yesterday with myself. Like, I'm talking to myself in the bathroom, and she walks in with Pluto, and I automatically stop, But it's just like, it's okay. It's okay if you get caught. We all talk to ourselves. I think that's one of the main things. Like, if she walks in, I'm not going to stop this live. I'm not going to be like, who? No. So I think that's one of the things that I think people have to understand and just accept, because like I said, that raises your frequency when you start accepting the weird stuff about yourself, which I'm gonna get into, like how to raise your frequency during these times too. I'll get into that in a second. But that's one of the ways. It's just accepting the weird aspects of yourself. Accept, like for example, accept the scars that you have. Okay, accept that. You know, I have a scar right here. Okay, and then I have a scar right here on my forehead. I don't know if you can see it, the indentation. It's kind of hard to see with this lighting, but those who know me, they can see the scar right above my third eye. And I just feel like just accept those things, or accept the clothes that are holy. I'm be honest, like I don't have money right now to be going to be shopping for clothes right now. I just don't have the money. I'm keeping honest. That's why you probably see some of the same wardrobe in some of my videos. I'm admitting that, okay? That's why I don't have the money for that right now. I will eventually. I know I will, because Spirit's going to provide. But right now, I got to work with what I have. And that's another thing. Accept that you have enough. That was one of the things I covered for Leos in the reading. But I think that's a whole collective issue that we need to understand is what you have is enough. Because I think people want more than what they can have, too, as well. So it's very interesting. But yeah, but getting back to me a little bit too as well. You know, accepting the weird aspects of myself. You know, like one thing I like to do on my spare time, and these are things that I don't like to admit, okay? I don't like to talk about my private life. But, you know, there's things that I do like to do. Like, for example, I love Mortal Kombat 10, right? Or Mortal Kombat XL. I like Mortal Kombat 11, but I'm not a bit, for those who are into video games. I like Mortal Kombat 11, but to me, I don't know why, Mortal Kombat 10 resonates with me a lot more. It hits my soul. I don't know why. I'm weird that way. But I don't even have the Xbox, but I like watching the gameplay of that game, and I love Katana. Okay, those who know me dearly, I love Katana. Like, that's my bitch. Okay? Her and Jade. Those two are my bitches. I don't be nobody else in Mortal Kombat but those two bitches, okay? Now in Mortal Kombat 10, Jade is not in it, but Katana takes like one of her moves, or like a couple of her moves in that game. So, I mean, it doesn't do Jade justice, to be honest. But Katana, I do like Jade in Mortal Kombat 11. I want to put that out there. Like if I play that game, I would be Jade all the time, because I don't really care for the Katana in Mortal Kombat 11. I don't know why. I'm sorry. But Mortal Kombat 10 Katana, especially that assassin mode, bitch, that is like me all the way. Like if I had a fighting style, that would be me. It would be Katana assassin mode from Mortal Kombat 10. Okay, doing a 14 hit combo with 53% damage. Okay. So, you know, and I love watching that gameplay. Even sometimes I replay it, like I watch it over again because I just love that game. But that's the weird part about me that I don't admit at all. Like, I would not talk to you about that. Like, no. But that's the weird part about me. You know, that's one thing, you know, that I do that is considered weird, but I'm not afraid to admit it. So, what's some other things that I do that y'all don't know that I think people would be like, okay. I'm trying to think. What else? Well, I mean this. I don't consider this weird because I think people like playing chess. But I like doing that a lot on my spare time. Because I'm not a checkers bitch, I'm a chess bitch. Okay? I like to checkmate people. You know, I like to strategically checkmate your ass. See, that's a Capricorn. That's the Capricorn in me. I do have some Capricorn placements. That's the Capricorn in me that I do I love playing chess. I love playing chess, and I just love checking bitches. I don't like stalemate. I mean, yes, I know a lot of chess games go to draw and shit, especially the more advanced you get. But still, like, I love playing chess. That's my shit. Okay. So, so if anybody wants to play chess, because we're getting back to the old school shit. Okay. Ain't no more going to the bars like that right now. Ain't no more going to the nightclubs and shit. If you want to play chess, hit me up. So that's another thing I want to bring up too, because I did chat about it and I did talk about it in my horoscope a little bit today. Let's get to that. One of the things that I feel like people know deep down inside, but it's like their bad habits or they're just their way of thinking that the old life is going to come back. They know it's not coming back. I know a lot of people feel that way. Okay? Let's keep it real. Like, that's why, it's kind of interesting to see people still trying to, for example, like really go back to the restaurants and do a sit down restaurant, and embellish and that, and which I miss that too. Don't get me wrong, but from hearing from people's stories, and their experiences now with restaurants, I'm like, hell no. Hell no, I ain't going back to no restaurant for a while. Because let's just keep it real, I mean, let's keep it real. From what I've been hearing is, of course, you have to make a reservation, okay, for any restaurant now. You have to make a reservation. It's rare to do walk-ins. You have to make a reservation, but the chances of you getting sat right away is not going to happen all the time. You may come at your time that you reserved and it's already full because they only can allow so many people. So you get to that restaurant, then you gotta wait. Then your ass gotta wait. And then shit, that could be a half an hour to an hour. And then you finally get sat. And then your food takes way longer than it used to because they gotta follow protocols. Your food probably has to be sanitized. So they gotta go through all that. This is not to shit on restaurants or service workers or anything because I worked in it for 10 years. So I know. So you gotta go through all that. It's very rare where you will find a restaurant or a spot where it's actually flowing. It's gonna be very rare, to be honest. Unless you are at like a hotel. I think the hotels or anything that has a membership base is going to be a little bit different because I think they will flow a little bit better with the shit. But like your open seating restaurants, it's going to be way more difficult. So you pretty much wasted. I don't want to say you wasted, but you used up at least 3 to 4 hours of your time just to go out to eat, and which is sad. Which is very sad to say because I know plenty of service workers, who are servers and waitresses and waiters and bartenders and all that. It's very sad, but that is cut off for a while. And those who think that they're going to make money in that right now, you're not going to make shit. Because your money is based off of volume, and you can't even allow that. So it's they like the rules won't allow that now. So it's very interesting to hear that people are still trying to go out to eat and shit. And I'm like, cook at home. Host a get together. Shit. I'm not trying to say don't go to the bars or restaurants or anything, and I'm not saying not to support your service workers because they do need support, but we need to find different ways to support them. I'm sorry, there needs to be way more different ways because I'm sorry, just you going out to eat, even you tipping them way higher percentage, they're still not going to make what they used to make. Definitely not. It's not even close. They're getting less shifts. They're getting laid off. So it's sad. But that's what I'm saying. It's just sad to see that people think that we're going to inch back to normal. We're not. It's not going to happen. That's the example that I'm putting out there. That I want people to start seeing. Also, too, let's actually just talk about how to raise your frequency. Let's just do that. Let's go into some positives first. So, ways to raise your frequency, because first of all, I want to talk about this before I get into that. Mother Earth had raised her frequency definitely recently. From the third dimension to the fourth dimension. Okay? She's getting ready to go to the fifth dimension soon. Okay? Which most people are not going to be ready for, let's just be honest. But I'm doing this as awareness for you, for those who are watching my video all the way through. Because I know some people just probably already going to check out anyways. Because this video is not made for them. It just is not. They don't want to hear what I have to say. But those who do, to raise your frequency during these times, it involves you to do quite a few things. Now, I'm not an expert at this, but this is a spiritual talk. So, one of the ways to raise your frequency is to, first and foremost, I would say just stop watching your major news networks. I'm just going to start off right there. Like, that to me is the biggest one. Those of you who continuously watch CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, continues to read New York Times, Vice, some other shit. You know, NBC shit, even ABC, The View. I used to love The View, don't get me wrong. I had to cut that shit out. The View, even now, like think about it. You can't even watch. This is another weird aspect of me. When I was young, I used to love watching the Weather Channel. That used to be my shit, okay? Because the Weather Channel represented the weather. And I still love the weather. Like anything weather related, we can chat up all day about, okay? We can kiki about weather all day. But now, I can't even watch the Weather Channel. That shit is all about, this is bullshit. It's all about the virus. Is that weather related? No. That is not weather related. I did not come to the Weather Channel for you to talk about the numbers on how many people caught COVID-19. I don't give a damn about that. I know that sounds insensitive, but I don't give a damn about that. I came to the Weather Channel to watch some weather, not no fucking virus. So it's very interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't even watch Weather Channel no more. So Weather Channel 2, I'm gonna include that bitch. What's some other shit? Even BET a little bit. Like I can't even watch that anymore without them talking about this shit, or even about racism, which. Like I said, I'm not saying racism don't exist. Racism does highly exist still. They will get dealt with swiftly by spirit this year and going into next year. But the thing is this. All that shit is propaganda. All of it's propaganda. And they're lying to you. They are lying to you. So that's first and foremost. Stop watching those things. Also, stop watching so many like murder shit. Stop watching all these, violent shows all the time. I mean, once in a while it's fine, but not all the time. Or scary movies all the time. That keeps your frequency low, especially if it makes you scared. So that's one way to raise your frequency. Stop watching CNN. Stop watching all that shit. That's first and foremost. We're gonna start with there. Another way to raise your frequency. Hey there, Equimi. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. But Alchemist 5D. Hey there. Another way to raise your frequency is to start having some. If you're used to eating meat, start doing some days where it's meatless. Start weaning yourself off of meat. That for sure. Meatless days. That's another way to raise your frequency. Because your body doesn't digest meat as quickly as other foods. So knowing that, anything that sits in your intestines for a long time lowers your frequency because your energy is focusing on getting rid of that shit and of course digesting it. So that's definitely get off of dairy. Yes, definitely get off of dairy. That you should get off of right away. I mean, that's first and foremost. I know it's difficult, but that should be first and foremost. Get off of dairy. Begin some fastings, intermittent fastings, excuse me. Intermittent fastings will help. So don't go extreme, like 24-hour fastings. Don't go that extreme yet. Unless you can do it. Fish. Nah, I would say no. Because the thing about it is right now we have to stay out of the oceans. Okay? Stay out of the water. So that involves eating fish. I would say no to fish. Unfortunately, no. Even the farm raised shit, that's just as bad. There's a lot of shit going on in the oceans. We'll get to that later. I just want to talk about raising frequency, but no to fish. So start weaning off of that too. But definitely a lot more of your fresh fruits, vegetables, your legumes, citrus, teas. April and I, which she's at Sutton Strong, that's her IG page. She's a personal trainer, stunt woman. Me and her collabed on a 30-day challenge. We're doing it right now, which I'm not going to give too much information about that, but we're going to put that out there too as well. And it's not going to be expensive too as well, so I think that would be something to look forward to. We want to help provide service to people on how to do these things too as well. But like I said, if you have to stay on meat for a little bit, just stick to your chicken and turkey. Okay? If you're still going to be eating meat, stick to the chicken and turkey. But certain days, when you have meatless days, you're going to notice how your energy is much lighter. Also, too, to raise your frequency, spirituality. Anything spirituality. That definitely helps. It sure does. Anything spirituality, that will help. Even just, I'm not saying like just tuning into me, but anyone who's spiritual and who wants to help you raise your frequency, they're not here just to continue to fear bait you and this and that. This helps activate your DNA, and this helps raises your frequency. Tapping into some positive stuff, that helps out a lot too. Anything that uplifts you, motivates you. Working out is definitely a main one too. That helps keeping your body functional. Of course, they don't tell you that on your major networks. They actually don't even want you to go to the gym. So it's funny how they ain't telling you how to get through this shit. So that's why I'm telling y'all to get off of the CNN shit. They ain't trying to help you. They haven't said shit about how to get through this shit. What's some other ways? Meditating, prayers, yoga. Anything that works your mind, like I said, chess. I'll let y'all checker bitches slide. Playing board games. Anything that makes you think. Anything that makes you think will help raise your frequency. So let me just go ahead and start talking about the oceans, okay? And why I keep saying stay away from any bodies of water, because I've been feeling this way, and then I got spiritual confirmations from, because I want to credit them, because I want to credit people who confirmed it before I even did. So, for example, the Hood Healer, I want to definitely give her credit, and I am the realest to ever do it. She goes by Isis Wisdom. She confirmed it too. Quite a few people who's been confirming stay away from bodies of water. Okay? I don't know if y'all noticed some weird shit that's been happening lately in the waters. And the reason why I say that is, first of all, because this is not coincidence. Okay? So first we're going to start off with this. It all starts off with Jeffrey Epstein, that girl, that lady. It starts with that lady, okay? Her getting pretty much arrested and shit. And yes, she knows a lot of shit about people and how the child pedophilia, probably the sex ring and all that shit. She probably knows all about that, obviously. And, the celebrities and your politicians who are involved. But I felt that it's much more deeper than that. It's not just that. And I do feel that she knows what's going on pretty much in the bigger picture, okay? And why all of a sudden now the U.S. had named an ambassador for the oceans? I'm not making that shit up. You can Google schmoogle it. Why? Why all of a sudden now with the timing of that? And then they have an ambassador for the oceans. Who are they communicating with down there? Because they have an ambassador for every country. There's worlds of worlds we don't know in the oceans that they don't want you to know. Because it'll fuck people's brains up. They lace fronts would blow off. They wigs would burn the fuck out. Their makeup would be done. Everything would just be all fucked up. They don't want y'all to know what's going on down there. And how many worlds is there? There's so many worlds beneath the worlds. That's the thing that people don't know, and they don't want you to know. This whole COVID shit, that's all a distraction. All the mask shit, that's a distraction. The racism, because that's an old wound that will never heal in the world, that's a distraction. Kanye West running for president, that's a distraction. And Isis brought up a good point with this one, because I never thought of this. Isis Wisdom brought up a huge good point, and it makes so much sense on how the world map and stuff. She even posted on her page, follow her, if you don't follow her. And of course, follow Hood Healer too, because I follow them both. Also too, it's very strange how the treaties, how the biggest countries, the most powerful countries have a treaty that prevents people just from going to Antarctica. And I always felt that there was a big portal or something going on in Antarctica that they don't want us to know. So that's another example. You know, I do, and she pointed out like why the maps, when they were flat, Antarctica it looks like an ice wall. And I always felt that it was like an ice wall. And then there's a world, a whole nother vast world down there. I do feel that way. And they already know that they probably tried to go down there, and whatever was there told their asses to leave. Told their asses never to come back. So that's why they have a treaty down there. So that's why these are things to ask, and these are things that, of course, that makes you question. These are perfect questions for them, but they don't want you to ask that. They want you to focus on the math shit. They want you to focus on questions on math. That's totally fine. Also, too, in the oceans, why all of a sudden this weekend, especially when we had our lunar eclipse in Capricorn, okay, all of a sudden Southern California had a mini tsunami. Oh, see, they trying to pause my shit because I'm talking too much now. All of a sudden, Southern California has a mini tsunami on Friday night last week. There was no earthquakes. There was none of that. And not just that, it flooded some of the communities down there. That's along the coast. Balboa Beach, Newport Beach, and Huntington Beach. And those communities. It flooded some of the communities. Look it up. Google schmoogle it. Or go look at Isis. Well, I don't know if she posted the videos, because they were actually, because I don't think that the guy allowed her to share them. But yeah, there's videos of it. Google schmoogle it. So that happened out of the blue. Of course, that was not major news. You wouldn't see that on CNN or Fox News. That happened. And then there's all of a sudden this bacteria they found in Florida that can pretty much take your brain out. It kills your brain cells. That. And then there's a bunch of dead fish in Hudson River. I seen someone posted that, which I had to challenge because they were saying, I'm not going to mention my friend's name though or anything of that nature. I love her. But it was just that, you know, that it's normal. And I'm like, I don't think that's normal. And rain does not, I had to question it. I was like, rain does not give the fish oxygen. There's already oxygen in the water, in salt water, in the Hudson River. They already have oxygen. There's something going on in the waters. So, and people have been drowning lately a lot more. There's been a lot more drownings. There's been a lot more people getting swept up by the ocean. And like my personal experience, me and one of my friends went to the lake. We didn't go into the lake, obviously, but we went to the lakefront here in Chicago because I live in Chicago. We went to the lakefront and we sat on a rock like that's up higher from the lake. We sat on the rock, you know, chilling, just kikiing. And all of a sudden these random kids, and the water was calm. You know, the water was doing this normal thing. All of a sudden these random kids come over and they're like playing with this log that's sticking out of the rock. They're like, leaning on it and, fucking with it. One of them fell in the water, and then they just decided to jump in the water, and all of a sudden the water just started getting rough. And like, I was like, ooh, me and my friend were like, you feel that energy? It was like the water was trying to repel them out of the lake. And I was like, let's move. Let's move higher and away from that. So we went away from the lake, but we could still see the lake from where we're at. But we didn't like the energy. We felt that. We felt the energy getting really like, okay. Then all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, a bunch of other people, like I swear, like a group of 20 just jumped into the lake. And that water was just like doing this all of a sudden. It was calm, and then it just started doing this all of a sudden. There was no boats going by. There was none of that. And that made me question. That was like, we were like, no, let's go. Let's just, no, the lake, all that, even at the Lake Michigan is repelling motherfuckers. That's not even salt water. So there's something going on in the lake too. And plus the lake is at the highest it's ever been. So the timing of that. That's all I'm saying. Stay away from bodies of water. I would say stay away from beaches too. Don't go to the beach. Now, there's going to be some bacteria in the beach that you don't want to be fucking with. Just stay away from bodies of water. That's all I'm going to say. Stay away from rivers, anything that's still water. Just stay away. Use common sense. And then let me just chat real quick about also this lunar eclipse real quick. I want to chat about this lunar eclipse that just happened. I tried to give as much details about it, but there was a main thing that I want to cover again, which was this lunar eclipse literally at 13 degrees of Capricorn opposed Sirius, the fixed star, one of the most important fixed stars that we definitely get energy from too, has, I'll say it was opposing that energy where all the pyramids that we know aligned were positioned for a reason, positioned to point to Sirius, okay, the fixed star at 14 degrees of Cancer. So right there speaks to you, especially like the Egyptian pyramids, the Chinese pyramids, all those things point to that star, which is considered the North Star. And that lets you know right off the bat, that was ancient energies opposing the Capricorn energy, which deals with the construct, the rules, how society operates. Literally opposing that. And not just that, the USA's sun is at 13 degrees of Cancer. So that lunar eclipse literally opposed the soul of the US. So pretty much the higher divine energies, our ancestors, and all that pretty much told the US and pretty much the construct, the matrix, that time is up. That's why I keep saying the old life is done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people that. It's a wrap, unfortunately. That's why I keep trying to suggest people to raise your frequencies, find different outlets of positivity, and so that you are ready to ascend to the fifth dimension. And if you're not ready, unfortunately, the earth has got to purge. The earth has to purge, okay? Or pretty much the construct is going to keep you in. It's one or the other. The earth will purge you, or the earth is going to keep you in they're going to keep you in the construct. That's going to continue to fall apart. So, pretty much that lunar eclipse pretty much said that time is up. It is time to get right. It is time to get aligned with your purpose. It is time to get on this journey that you have in front of you. It is time to continue to raise your frequencies. It is time to get your ass up out of the construct. So I just want to give people that awareness, not to spread fear. This is not in order to spread fear. This is in order to give awareness about the higher timelines that are approaching. They are approaching. That Jupiter Saturn conjunction on December 21st ignites that. So I just want to spread that awareness to people so that you understand that, unfortunately, you trying to go back to your old job or any of that nature, unless you want to stay in the construct and watch it fall apart, perfect. Go right ahead. No problem. But to be honest, it's just going to fade out. You're going to realize that. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain because I can't tell you the details of how it's going to fall apart. I mean, we already know the economy is just the first example of that. The decline in the economy and jobs closing up and laying off people. And we already know the reality of that. But spiritually speaking, there's just going to be so much going on. That's why I said July is the month of reality checks and pretty much everything settling in. And then August is going to get messy. It's pretty much going to be everything that has happened in 2020 is all going to come together in August. It's going to be so fucking messy. In September, and then October, it's a wrap by October. It's a wrap by October. It's just going to be so much going on. People purging each other, and it's a wrap by October. That's why I kept saying Libra season and Scorpio season is pretty much canceled. So, I love y'all, but y'all birthdays, I feel bad for y'all. And it's just like, and then December, shit, it's just, it's either you're ready or not. There's no in between. So that's why, that's why I want to, give awareness on how to raise your frequencies, accept the weird aspects of yourself. That's why we have Chiron and Aries right now. It's to accept the weirdness about you because that's your strengths. That is your strengths. That's why I was telling y'all, I used to love watching Weather Channel all the time. That used to be my shit. That was my jam when I was young. I would watch that 24/7, local on the 8s. I could tell you what a dew point was when I was 5 years old. Okay? I could tell you what the humidity was. I could told you, what La Nina and El Nino meant. Like, I was in that bitch, okay? And then also, too, other weird stuff about me. Like I said, I love watching Mortal Kombat X. Katana's my bitch, okay? I ain't talking about Mortal Kombat 11. I'm talking about Mortal Kombat 10. I love playing Tomb Raider still, the old school Tomb Raider. Let's see what else. I love talking to myself. That's why I'm telling people it's okay to talk to yourself. And if someone walks in and catches you, who cares? Accept it. It's okay. Don't be like, oh, and get quiet and shit. Like if my sister walks in right now, I'm gonna still talk. What's some other weird shit? Like people consider weird. Like I said, I love holy clothes. I don't know why. Not, I love clothes that has little holes and exposes a little skin. What else? What's some other weird aspects that people, and like I said, accept the awkward lengths of your hair. That's another thing. The awkward stage of hair growth. Accept that. If you're growing out your hair, it's okay. That's why Chiron's in Aries right now, to get you to accept that and learn that. I'm going to do a lot more revealing about myself soon. Of course, shit that I don't like. Yeah, I love talking to. Yes, exactly. So, trees are life. They love you to talk to them. Trees are life. My sister talks to her plant, Khaleesi, which is a succulent. I can show you Khaleesi. Say hi to Khaleesi. Okay? She's looking beautiful and she is growing because she's getting love. She's not getting, much humidity because they don't like humidity. Hey there. Hey, Abby. So, yeah, like this is, come on, Khaleesi. She's living it up. She's getting a lot of love. Accept, that's what I'm saying, like, accept the weird stuff. It's okay. It is definitely okay. So that's the whole point of Chiron and Aries. So, and that's why I'm trying to tell people too, like it's okay. Like if you want to wear a mask outside and it's hot as fuck, but you're comfortable, it makes you feel good, then perfect. Let them be. Vice versa to those who don't want to wear a mask outside. If they don't want to wear a mask outside, let them be. It's okay. It is totally okay. Because we don't have enough facts about this COVID bullshit, and we don't have enough facts that it's real or it's a hoax. We don't have enough facts about that. So it is okay. And that's the thing I want to tell people, do not, trust me, especially when Mars retrogrades in September, you do not want to be starting battles with people, especially on this shit, because you will lose the battle. Mars in retrograde represents anyone who starts a fight loses. That's why I'm trying to give people this awareness, and those who decide to attack me, especially when I post this on Facebook, because Facebook, they be, bitch, they be trolling on Facebook. They, bitch. Once I post this video, because I'm recording this video too. Once I post that on Facebook, somebody challenges me, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm ready. So that's all I'm saying, It's a good time to just be neutral. It's okay what's going on, just accept it. It's okay. Accept your reality as well. It's okay. It's okay to admit that you're not making money like that. It's okay, we understand. We can figure out different ways on how we can make money together. That's going to be the whole point of Age of Aquarius, is figuring out our own way to make money. It's okay. We'll figure it out. But of course, we need to come together to do that. Because like I said, the construct is falling apart. Don't wait on the government to tell you when you can make money and when you can have sex and when you can make love and when you can meet someone new or when you can go just step outside. Just don't wait on the government. Trust and believe. You will be the most depressed motherfucker out there. And not just that, they're not looking out for the best interest of you. Especially, that's the negative part about Capricorn energy with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn in Capricorn. They're not going to be looking out for the best interest of you. And that's going to be even just with people in general, too. So that's what I'm saying, that's why I'm trying, get people to, look at the positives here. There's a good reason why we went under a pause. So that you can work on your shit. So you can love yourself, so you can take care of yourself, so you can do self-preservation, so you can, give love to Khaleesi, your plants, or whatever plants you have, or the trees outside. That's the whole point, is to get in touch with yourself. It's okay. It's beautiful. And be your true authentic self. That's going to be one of the most important things going forward. Because look, trust and believe. You don't want the world telling you who you should be. Trust him. I can't tell you enough, because you are not going to be happy. So love yourself, be your true authentic self. Like I said, accept the weird aspects of yourself, because that's what's going to give you a lot more love. Hey, what up, Fabian? And that's what I'm saying, I can't express that enough. So like I said, continue to raise your frequencies, because I don't want to hold y'all for too long. But continue to raise your frequencies during these times, okay? Continue to also, like I said, stop watching CNN, stop watching Fox News, stop watching all that shit, stop arguing with people about whether to wear a mask or not, stop arguing with people about about all this bullshit. Okay? And that's why I want to make sure that I continue, and this is going to help continue to spread light, okay? And then continue to ask questions, because like I said, what the fuck is going on in the oceans? There is something going on in the motherfucking oceans, okay? Let's keep it real. So yeah, just ask legit questions. It's okay. Be neutral. That's the whole point with North Node and Gemini, okay? Because that's going to help us usher the age of Aquarius. So yeah, thank you. I'm gonna continue to. I'm gonna talk my shit. Okay, I'm gonna continue to talk my shit. It's gonna be spirit talk. It's gonna be God talk. Okay, and yes, live in gratitude. That's one of the biggest things during this time. That's what's helped me. I can tell y'all. I can attest to that. Is live in gratitude. That's one of the other things I forgot to mention to raise your frequency. Thank you. Good point. Good point, Alchemist 5D. Good point. Live in gratitude. Very important. Because this energy will humble your ass real quick. So, I love y'all. I don't want to hold y'all too long. I'm going to post this stuff. And like I said, I'm going to continue to do my stuff. I'm going to jump on lives randomly and continue to talk. Of course, do my live readings. Or, do a surprise live reading when I feel the energy, it's important to do one. And of course, I'm going to start posting a lot more fitness stuff because I don't want to make it out like, I'm just doing spirituality now. No, I do fitness stuff too. I'm a fitness trainer. And at the same token, I want to balance spirituality with the fitness. So the fitness training is going to come back strong. Trust and believe that. But I love y'all. Thank you, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.